Hey there, I'm Tyler Lunsford, and you're watching a review of Nicholas Lawrence's Teardrop. What is up, beautiful people? My name is Tyler Lunsford, and welcome back to another magic trick review here on the channel. Now, if you're new here, then definitely please consider subscribing and take a look around the channel at my past reviews. Now, if you are new here, then welcome. Thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much for that. And also, if you're here, you probably want to know about what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about Teardrop, a cool download release from Nicholas Lawrence. Very visual, as always with most of Nicholas's creations. They are visual, and if they aren't visual, then they're usually well thought out. And this is both. So I'm super excited to be bringing you this today. But before we get into that video, I do want to say that you can check out my website, tylerlunsford.com, if you'd like to purchase any merch, which has gone live now. And you can also support me on Patreon if you would like to. The links for all that stuff is in the description down below. Even if you just check out and see what the shirts look like, that means a lot to me. So thanks so much, and let's go ahead and get into this review right now. First off, you need to know what actually is Teardrop. Well, Teardrop is a really cool card trick where a freely selected card is signed and the corner is torn off and placed into your spectator's hand, and a different card is introduced and placed face up on top of the deck. The signed card is placed face down on top of the second card. The magician riffles the deck and the cards visually instantly switch places. Immediately hand out both cards for examination. It's a brand new concept with a deceptive gimmick that's incredibly simple to construct. Use any playing cards and make your own gimmick in minutes. Once you learn this technique, you can make your own custom gimmicks effortlessly. The build skill level is super easy, the construction time is 1 to 5 minutes, and the skill level is basic. What will you be receiving if you decide to purchase Teardrop? We get an online video that you can download from Nicholas Lawrence, and it is going to be him teaching you how to construct the gimmick and how to perform the effect, also some closing thoughts and ideas, and it's all going to be done in about 16 minutes. Now that you know what Teardrop is, and you know what you receive if you decide to purchase it, let's talk about some more questions you may have, such as how difficult is it to perform? This is incredibly easy to do. The trick itself, super easy. And also, when we talk about a download, if there's a gimmick involved, you have to build it, obviously, because you didn't get anything shipped to you. So let's talk about how difficult the gimmick is to build. This gimmick is going to take you maybe 30 seconds to make. I don't even know why the description says 1 to 5 minutes, because once you make this once, you can make these in 30 seconds. It's so easy to do. It's not hard at all, and it's not something that you can't easily ring in and ring out quickly if you want to make the deck examinable, so don't worry about that. And I'll just talk about that. Is it examinable? Yes, everything is examinable at the end if you would like it to be. How are the angles when it comes to performing Teardrop? The angles are pretty good. You do want to stick to having your audience in front of you for most of it. Now, the actual visual change, that could be done surrounded. That's really easy to do, and people can watch it from all angles. But if you're doing like the full routine where you're putting the card back into the deck, a little ambitious card action, I mean, when you're doing an ambitious card, just, figure out your own way of how you want to do it. Now, when I say 180, that is if you do it the way that Nicholas is teaching you in the tutorial video. There are ways that you can make it 360 if you would just like to keep the deck a little bit closer to you, or have the card go back into the deck a different way that suits you to make it more, angle friendly. But for the most part, you shouldn't have a problem performing this surrounded. How's the setup and or reset? Well, the gimmick itself is not like a one-time use gimmick. This is something that once you make it, it's going to last you for at least 50 performances. Now, there's nothing breakable really about it. It's just over time it might get worn out, and I will go ahead and tell you there's no elastic thread or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. But it will get worn out because it is made of a card. So if you're doing this frequently, like I said, at least 50 performances, and it takes 30 seconds to make, so you don't even have to worry about spending a ton of money or a ton of time to make it, because it's so easy to make and easy to do. Now, the setup and reset, like I said, it's really going to take maybe 10 seconds to get the setup down, and then once you do that, obviously outside of the view of your spectators, and then reset just 10 seconds, and make sure that you have spare cards on you, because when you're ripping up cards, obviously you have to replace them. So the card that you're ripping up, get many of a card if you'd like to rip up that same card each time. Just buy a one-way force deck or something. Are there any negatives when it comes to performing Teardrop? Well, there aren't really that many negatives, honestly. If you're uncomfortable with getting a gimmick out of play, I will say you probably need to work on that, but the way that Nicholas teaches you, it's really easy to do, and the misdirection is built into the routine for you to do that, so I think it pretty much covers that problem. And I know if you use gimmicks, you probably don't have an issue with that, but I'm just going to let you know and go ahead and warn you that you will have to make everything examinable. Now the initial cards, yes, those are examinable right away, but if you want to make, people look through the deck, then you will have to do a little bit of ringing out. What are the positives when it comes to performing Teardrop? Well, I love that this is something that you can just build at home, and it's really easy, really simple to do, and like I said, the visual just looks really, really good. And I love the little kicker ending of, it changing, and then the card they've been holding on to is the card that they thought was ripped is now the card that's whole, and the card that was obviously you get the idea. But I think that's just a really cool ending where the card they've been holding is not the one they thought it was, and it's been ripped the whole time. So, and the corner matches. Really cool, really cool, really cool. What should this retail as? Well, it currently retails as $15 US, and is that a fair price? Honestly, I don't think it should be any more than $15, but I think that $15 is not a bad price. It definitely should be anywhere from, I'd say, $12 to $15. What would I give this out of 10? I'm going to give this a 9.8 out of 10. This is fantastic. I really like it. It's something that I see myself doing on social media and in person because the gimmick is so easy to carry with you. It fits in a deck of cards, and it's so easy to build as well, and it's going to last you a while. So yes, totally something I see myself doing, and I really want to make a cool little social media video out of just the actual visual change just because it looks so cool. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to purchase Teardrop, the link for it is in the description down below. Now also in the description down below is a link to my Instagram page. There you can follow me on Instagram at TowerLancerMagic. There I post all sorts of behind the scenes, Q&As, sneak peeks, and all sorts of stuff like that. You can also reach out if you have questions or comment down below on this video if you have any questions, and I will do the best of my ability to answer them. So thanks so much to Nicholas also for sending me this effect so I could do this review for you people out there. Remember to check out TowerLunsford.com for the new merch that I've released. It really does help me out if you support the channel or just want to help support me and buy more magic or help keep the lights on in the place. I really do appreciate everything. And remember, support me on Patreon if you would like to. It also just helps support the channel. Thank you so much for everything, and hopefully I'll see you in another review that I post sometime soon. See ya.